them the least amount possible. They try to pay them the least amount possible to make their business go by. And it's like that's like that's like nature of the business.
True.
Like you can't be like, you know, unless you're like a partner with that person. But all the people, they're just like herds of fucking cattle. And I thought of it, I was like, this guy's not even like trying to be a bad guy. He just needs to make his business survive.
Truth.
And at that point, you can't take it personal. But it's just how the fucking cookie crumbles at the end of the day. You have to fucking be like, fuck, man, like watch your overhead and be like, it's fucking. And so you just get Jude. One of the best jobs I could get right now for like what I'm doing and where I'm at is $50 an hour, and that's more money than I've ever made in a job. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot of fucking money. It's fucking nothing, actually. It's nothing, dude. For me to like what I want to accomplish in life and do, no, fucking $6,000 a month is cool. That's dope. I could live off that, and that's gonna be something I could fall back on. 6 to 10 grand is like a lot of fucking money. It's more money than I've ever made in my life. But for me to like have a fucking warehouse with a fucking studio and have a big business and shit, it's nothing. It's not enough, man. It's not enough.
Right.
It sucks, man, because like that's probably what I'll make is like $50 an hour if I go to this school and I do this shit. But it's like, man, like what? Like there's people that make $1 million in a year. I have to fucking work my ass off in a fucking place with a wrench, be sweating my balls off or freezing, and make $100K maybe? No, dog. Like, no. Like, I'm not doing it, man. And I told you, like I said, $100K is okay. If I made fucking
but if you want to get to the next level,
20% of that even off my music, I'd even be happy. I could make way less money. It stopped and then had to re-upload.
Oh,
so
really?
It'll be another video. But, even if, sorry about that. If it came back, there'll just be a couple clips on YouTube. People will be able to watch them one after another. But you know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm being greedy saying 100 grand's not enough, but it's just what I have to do for it when like you could do your own shit and make more or the same or even less, but you're still doing what you want to fucking do at that point. So
right.
Yep.
Testing out the new cameras. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, sorry.
I just got it open.
Yeah, like so there's probably gonna be like 3 videos because it keeps like reconnecting, but that's just the kinks for.
I'm gonna share it again.
Weird, that'd be dope. Yeah, and even in like the following days, like on your page, be like, hey, go check out this fucking pot. Like we'll just promote it till the next one, and
for sure, man.
And I'm looking kind of for like a cut, like 2 to 3 like changeable fucking co-hosts. So if you wanted to be like a co-host, or even like I'm building a universe in the Pyramid Podcast where like Kieran's gonna have like maybe a show where he talks about fashion.
Yeah. And
then you could talk about beats or something, or you could, or like you can maybe have your own sector, or you could just be like a co-host. Because like I'm gonna have everybody
I'd be down for that.
Right? Have like reoccurring or guests that keep coming back on, and then also have like the familiar faces that are like maybe interviewing people with me, you know, and kind of being part of the team as opposed
for
to
sure, man.
Interviewee.
It'd be sweet to have some maybe questions already kind of thought about.
Right.
I don't necessarily, have to write them down or anything, but just kind of.
I do write them down, kind of. Not
like
I didn't for you. I'm doing for this this tattoo artist that I know. I'm writing them down because then I'm gonna by then we'll have like 3 or 4 done, and I just want to be like, kind of like I'm not gonna like go like number 1, number 2, number 3. I'm just gonna be like kind of glance on it every now and then to like jog your memory, because you kind of get lost when you're listening to someone, and if they stop talking, you might not like have that next question on your mind.
For sure, man.
But I'm like thinking, and it's kind of the same, kind of the same fucking the way I just started out. It's like, oh hey, like what do you do? Where are you from? And then that kind of starts a conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's like just so if anybody knows and they're just tuning in now, it's INVECTRUM. You can check them out on all social media platforms. INVEC. Or INVECTRUM, INVECTRUM. Pardon me. Yeah, sorry. I know how to spell it. I was just like brain fart for a second. I need to smoke a joint.
So, I have a question for you. What do you think, since CDs, not many people have a CD player. Like, I'm sure everybody has an Xbox and a PlayStation. They could throw a CD in there, but this doesn't seem very ideal to fire up your fucking Xbox, throw a CD in there, and listen to it through your TV.
Okay.
So what do you think would be the next What do you think? Well, like, what would be the next platform or way to drop an album?
I don't know, but I can tell you how I'm
Final.
going to do it.
Okay.
Which isn't a
I'd like to
CD
hear it.
because
Mine
of that.
isn't either.
Because of that reason, it's a USB digipack, and it's basically looks like a CD, and you open it up, and it's a USB like pushed in like a plastic molding, and it just folds it in there, and looks exactly like a fucking CD. So people still get that feeling of buying a CD,
Right.
but then it's a USB. And so with a lot of people, if they don't, or a lot of people, they don't have a CD player. Most computers nowadays, because CD players are like fucking VHS players. They're like non-existent kind of.
I don't even have one on my computer.
Cars, all that shit. And so the USB, but they all have ports.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so to
That's a good
take the
idea.
music off the disc is one thing, but to take it off the port, which you can get anywhere. Everybody has a computer. You can even put it in your TV, your fucking game console. I'm just going to make the digipacks. I'm still going to have CDs and vinyls and tapes and all that, but right now I'm going to start pushing digipacks because I'm like, hey, check this out. Not only the CDs you have to pay more for, and they're kind of like if you want 100 songs on a CD, it's a little bit more, but the USBs are not that much price difference to have like all my albums on one. I could
That's
sell
true.
one USB digipack for like $30 because it's like a 3-album thing. You want to buy this one CD that you might be able to play unless you're a collector or whatever, or buy the digipack and it's like the fucking USB with all my music on it. And you could just have a USB after and take all the music off. You can't do that with a disc.
That's
like
true.
I think maybe you can with some discs. You can take shit off and put shit on, but it's like get scratched as fucked. USB, throw it at the fucking wall, use it, plug it in.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? So I'll show you a place that was thinking, and I don't think that's new. Because USB's been around forever, but it's a new way of I'm going to market shit just to be like, hey, like, I still want to sell my music in a hard copy.
It's going to have, like, the cover on the front, the back. Are you going to have an insert as well?
You can, I think that it's, like, multiple, like, it's almost, I don't know if this one particular website has, like, only the one option where you, like, it was like my Capital D Collabs one. It was, like, a cardboard one that opened up.
Yeah.
And then it was just the plastic thing where the CD was pressed into. That's what the USB would be. And I don't know if they have other options, but they should. And you can get some pretty sick-looking custom USBs where, like, you can get anything made into a USB. Like, you can be like, I want to fucking, there's USB sites where they're like, we'll 3D print what the USB stick looks like.
Really?
Yeah, so you could be like, I want it to look like a little CD.
I've looked into that before. Yeah. This was quite a while ago, a couple years ago. I was trying to figure out where I could get, like, the bulk flash drives with my logo on them or something or whatever. Even if it didn't have the logo on them, I'd be okay with that too.
You could put music videos on them too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like that's a picture, like just a bunch of shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. Like you could put like the. Yeah, you're right. You could put the music videos, all sorts of shit. Even just any kind of media, like clips of. Say if you have a video where you're explaining the lyrics to one of your songs or something like that, like kind of like the way Genius does it. You could throw that on there. You could
all the lyrics printed out.
True.
You know, like some like Facebook or like promo headers or something like that. Like it comes with like all the shaped out pictures for your social media if you want to like post.
That's actually a fucking good idea.
Because then everybody who listens to your music is kind of like a street team. They're like, oh, I got this like custom like picture that he only took for like you can only get this picture. It's kind of like an NFT, but it's actually a real picture, and like you're just giving it to the person on the stick. The NFT shit's like, it's weird. It's like I feel like NFTs are also kind of like the same thing as a stream, because it went from like a hard copy, like art, like a picture on a wall, to like a picture in the computer screen that's just as valuable as that one on the screen.
Right.
That's kind of like a stream in comparison to a CD.
But the NFT is supposed to be like a unique thing.
It is like an investment. It compounds, and there's like
what if you had what you were saying, something that you could like a Facebook banner that came in the USB.
That's what I'm saying.
But then you could customize it. Like say if this person bought it, you could do a little shout out like capital D. You'll have your logo below it, like shout out to say it's Luke Fletcher. Shout out Luke Fletcher, and then put it on. They could put it on their Facebook and shit like that.
Sick.
And they could have like one for each. Even if you wanted to, like singles or the album or whatever, you can like customize them.
Digital coupons.
Yeah.
For the website, I'm gonna have coupons on my table. I'm gonna think about like anybody who spends $50 or more gets 10% off this purchase, and here's a coupon for the next order, 10% off. So they're more inclined to like come back and buy more because they're getting a deal. Digital coupons, the banners, the like digital poster that's like autographed or something, and it's just like specialized to them. So the digipacks are fucking dope, man. And it's just something that like they can use after. Oh, I took all that shit off. Now I just have this like, imagine I made one that was like shaped like your name, INVECTRUM. And then, or the wicked. Capital D. Like I could make this into a fucking USB, and then they just have this sick USB after too.
Yeah.
You know, like, so I don't know.
Exactly.
I think that's really dope.
So I like your idea of the digipack. I was going to do something similar. I was going to do, my idea was actually still going to be the USB. I wasn't going to get the CD thing printed. I was just going to get the USB. On it would be the album with all the artwork. But to have that, you know how people want to hold something in their hand. What I was going to do is get like a 8x11, the size of a normal piece of paper, or maybe even a little bit smaller. So it would be, my album would be on this like comic book sized artwork. So the front is the cover, and it's different from just the album artwork. Excuse me. You open it up, and on the first page would be all the artwork for that first song and the lyrics here. So you can read about it with artwork all around it, and then the lyrics, so you can listen to the song, read along with the lyrics. The second song, boom, open it, so you can like.
You know, it'd be cool if you made it actually for a book for kids. So when you flip the page, it was actually saying the song. Because you can record it into the book, and as it opens, my mom recorded a thing for Jaden, my niece, just like, "Hey, I love you, happy birthday," like in the card. So when you open it,
that'd be crazy.
Each page it like changes. And I was thinking the same thing but mine's a little bit different. Mine was like just have the CD and the USB or whatever inside like a comic book based off the album in the plastic. So mine wouldn't have the lyrics. Yeah. It would just have this dope comic book with a CD. Because I remember I used to buy Transworld or Skateboard magazines, and they'd be like, some of them would be like, "We got a skate DVD in here," or some shit like that.
Oh, that's fucking cool, man.
I think your idea is you're onto something with reading the lyrics though, as it's like, that's so dope.
The reason I thought about that is, remember how I was saying that my album tells a story, but each song is digestible on its own? Is
that the concept you're doing for that album?
For that album, yes. I have somebody working on the cover as well, like an artist. This chick from Edmonton, her name is Silo. Okay. Shout out to Silo. She...
What's her? Do you know her like her tag or her like her Instagram, just to give her like some to people want to go?
Well, she just got a new Instagram. What is it? Before it was like here, Fractal Slime, I think, on Fractal Slime on Instagram. Yeah, her art's really dope. Anyway, she's doing the cover for Escape Artist. Still a work in progress, but I'm not done recording right now, so.
Escape Artist, you heard the Blaze one, eh? I try to feel the sunshine. I love that one, standing in the pain.
That's like my favorite Blaze song. Well, I don't really know any other songs.
Bro, I gotta show you some Blaze after this. One Less G in the Hood. It's like our first Juggalo CD was that one in Jekyll Brothers, my little brother, and I was just like, dog. Bitch, use a hood rat, I'm just trying to fuck. Do it like a rat, face down, ass up. Chicken head, dirty ass, no good trick. Hood rat, bitch, you could suck this dick. And there's like, singing it. My mom's just like, okay. This is what you're listening to when you're 14. Like, just like,
you sounded like, right there, you sounded like Bill Burr when he does that.
Oh, yeah, I love Bill Burr. That's honestly where I get it from, because he's just like,
he's so fucking funny, man.
Dude, he's the best. I just watched a little clip with him and fucking Pete Davidson in this like show. I don't know what show it was, but he's just like, man, you're such a fucking degenerate fucking gambler. He's like, the Jets are gonna come back. It's the funniest shit ever. Then he just throws Pete Davidson in a pool. Like, what the fuck show is this?
That's the King of New York.
It seemed kind of cringy.
No, it's not.
I was like, they're trying to act or whatever. Like, not trying to act, they're acting, and I didn't like it until he just came out of nowhere and was like, the Jets are coming back. I was just like, oh no, this guy is a degenerate fuck.
It wasn't called the King of New York.
It was pretty funny. They're fucking funny together, man. They honestly are.
That was a good movie.
And you know who Pete Davidson reminds me of now after that, because he's like playing like this like kid who like doesn't want to grow up and move out, is that kid with the black eyeshadow who's like this to the people in the living room. Do you see that? Where he's like,
I don't think so.
He's like, why are you hanging out with my sister? And he's in the living room, and he's like, because I love her. And he's like, love. He's like so famous off of being this weird guy who like never leaves his house, and he always is like making fun of his sister. He has like black eyeshadow and he has his hair all messed up, and he's like the creepiest weirdo, but he looks exactly like fucking Pete Davidson. I think
off of a TV show or like
no,
YouTube
he's just
or
a
something?
random dude on YouTube making funny videos. But I think it was like either one of those things. Remember that kid who like got all his video games ran over by his dad on the fucking lawnmower? And it was like a real video, and he's like, he's like, you want to fucking play games? I think one of those videos was real, and then it like sparked off, like, and it got all this attention. So then they just made a bunch of those videos, and I think that's what this was. But this kid was just a fucking weird ass kid, and they filmed him one time, and then he kind of just like did it all the time. I don't know if that's how it happened, but this kid is fucking hilarious, and he just looks like Pete Davidson.
I probably have seen him then. King of Staten Island is what it's called.
Oh yeah, and that's his show, eh? Like it's Pete Davidson's show.
It was his movie. Him and Bill Burr. Like he
I didn't know Bill Burr.
It's kind of based off of his life a little bit, where they didn't say it in the movie.
Kind of like 8 Mile. Eminem.
Well,
it's not really. It's B Rabbit, but it is him.
His dad dies. In the movie, his dad died, and his mom hasn't moved on. And then Bill Burr meets his mom, and like they get together, and he's not having it, and so they fight, him and Bill Burr. It's a fucking funny movie.
Yeah.
But
it is pretty funny. The Jets are coming back. I was like, oh no! It's like it was so funny, dude. Just to see him on, like, yeah, he's up there with Dave Chappelle for me for stand up.
Me too.
He's just fucking hilarious, and he just says it so like funny. He's like, isn't like Hillary Clinton like part of the Illuminati or some shit like that? Just like she goes and like meets this guy and wears a goat head. How the fuck's she gonna relate with the fucking street sweepers? And she like goes out in the street and starts talking to people. She has no relation to these fucking people, and he's just going off about how like in secret societies randomly on a TV show, like on fucking live TV. And he's like, this chick's like a fucking Satanist, and just went off and on, but like says it so well and articulate. Like he's like when he's talking about the world and just like how people consume, and just he's fucking smart, man. He's not only funny, he's fucking very smart. I actually think anybody who's that smart or that funny is like pretty intelligent.
For sure.
He's just the best when he does the fake girl voice.
So funny, man. Bill Burr, he does just a podcast of him just talking.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And he never runs out of steam either. He just keeps going.
Well, that's the thing too.
Have you ever watched the video where he's some guy's grilling him about where he's going? He's on the plane. He's like, "Where are you headed to, Bill?"
No,
it's
probably.
Like this drunk guy on the plane. We gotta watch that after. It's fucking so funny, man.
Yeah. Or when he's talking about like, I think this is him when he's saying like, "Hey, how's it going?" And then the person like stops and talks to him, and he's like, "It's just like a figure of speech. Like I was just walking by. Like I'm not gonna stop and fucking talk to you for 10 hours about your sister that's moving to Carolina. Like shut the fuck up." I think that was him or someone else, but it was really
sounds
funny.
like something he'd say.
Yeah. Fuck, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, fucking man. I think we're hitting here in 2 hours here, and I kind of wanted to wrap it up because I really have to pee, and
Me too.
But everybody who came in, I'm sorry about the sound at the start. I think I got it figured out. I'm gonna upgrade my internet if I can to try to get these cameras working a little bit better. But yeah, fucking go check out INVECTRUM's music, INVECTRUM. That's INVECTRUM on all social media platforms. Go stream his music, share his music videos, like his statuses, comment. Just be there. Check him out, man. He's fucking amazing. Crazy lyricist, makes beats. You can purchase beats off him. He's going to be coming back on the Pyramid Podcast. So yeah, really appreciate everyone tuning in. And if you have anything that you want to let people know about, you kind of told them about your project, but if there's anything you want to say, like what your Instagram is, or your Facebook stuff, like.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram.
Your handles.
It's at INVECTRUM. Basically anything on the internet.
You're probably pretty lucky with that name.
Yeah,
no one else has that name.
You could just type in INVECTRUM in any platform. I'm on, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon.
It's not Chipotle D. It's
Chipotle
not as confusing as Chipotle D, okay?
Well, if this all falls through, we'll open a restaurant. We'll be Chipotle D. You can hire me.
Right.
I'll change my name to Ivermectin, and we'll just forget this whole hip-hop thing.
Welcome to Hotel California. Okay, we love you guys, man. Thank you.
All right.
Tune in for the next podcast. I think the next one that we're going to have, don't quote me on this, is going to be amazing tattoo artist named AJ, and then also Blaze One. I'm going to be doing 2 podcasts in one day. They're going to probably be live. Hopefully I have Vimeo set up so I can broadcast through all the platforms. If not, we'll just be doing another tester like this. And then once the studio is up and ready, we'll bring everybody back and we'll record them and clip it up and give you guys a bunch of fucking content. But I appreciate you guys coming on here. Adam, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for checking it out.
Fuck yeah.